The movie starts with Nina, who wakes up with a big smile, telling her mother, Erica, about a wonderful dream where she danced perfectly as the White Swan. Ballet means everything to Nina, so this dream fills her with excitement. Erica is pleased to see her daughter happy. During breakfast, Nina shares that her teacher, Thomas, hinted she might get more stage time in the upcoming performance. Her mother beams with pride, saying she deserves it because of how hard she works. After eating, Erica helps her get ready for the day, but notices a strange rash on Nina's back. Nina brushes it off, saying it's nothing, though her mother seems uneasy. Nina heads to the theater, where the other dancers whisper about Beth, an experienced ballerina. Rumor has it Thomas might replace Beth as the lead in Swan Lake. Nina stays quiet, but eventually says Beth is still talented. Some dancers disagree. Soon, a new girl, Lily, arrives, catching everyone's attention, including Nina's. During rehearsal, Thomas announces he is searching for someone who can portray both the White Swan and the Black Swan. He dismisses a few dancers, but Nina remains, feeling hopeful she still has a chance. After practice, Nina notices Beth angrily packing up her belongings. Once Beth storms out, Nina sneaks a peek at her things, imagining herself in her place. At the audition, Thomas praises Nina's White Swan, but says her Black Swan needs more passion and wildness. While she continues, Lily enters and unintentionally distracts her, making her stumble. Thomas stops the session and says they'll continue the next day. Disappointed, Nina goes home and cries in her mother's arms. She keeps practicing at home, pushing herself until her toe bleeds. Her mother helps clean the wound and tells her to rest, but Nina refuses. She's determined to be ready. Erica warns her that too much pressure could ruin her career. The next day, Nina approaches Thomas, saying she's improved. He agrees her White Swan is flawless, but insists her Black Swan is too rigid. Hurt and close to tears, she starts to leave when he stops her, telling her perfection is holding her back. Then, in a moment that unsettles her, he gets too close, making her uncomfortable, and she quickly leaves. Later, the dancers gather to see who will play the lead. Nina assumes Veronica won and congratulates her, but Veronica snaps, saying Nina stole the role. Shocked, Nina checks the list and finds her name as the new Swan Queen. Overjoyed, she runs to the bathroom, calls her mom, and cries with happiness. That night, she returns home to celebrate, but her mother isn't there yet. Nina notices the rash on her back is spread and tries to hide it. When Erica comes home with a cake, she cuts Nina a large slice, but Nina says it's too much. Her mom gets upset and threatens to throw it away until Nina apologizes and agrees to celebrate. The following day, rehearsals intensify. Thomas praises her White Swan, but says her Black Swan still lacks emotion and freedom. He urges her to loosen up and dance with feeling. Nina watches Lily perform with ease and sees Thomas compliment her for being natural. He advises Nina to learn from Lily, to enjoy dancing instead of chasing perfection. Soon, Nina moves into the lead dancer's dressing room. That evening, Thomas hosts a party to introduce her to the sponsors. He praises her, but also announces Beth's retirement. Beth feels humiliated and storms off. Thomas shifts the attention back to Nina, and everyone applauds her. Later, in the bathroom, Lily congratulates her warmly, trying to start a conversation, but Nina leaves in a hurry. After the party, Thomas asks Nina to wait for him so they can go over her role at his apartment. He gets distracted by a sponsor, leaving her alone. While waiting, Beth appears, furious and heartbroken. She accuses Nina of bribing Thomas and stealing her role. Nina denies it, but Beth keeps shouting until Thomas returns and sends her home. At his apartment, Thomas tries to calm Nina, telling her Beth is struggling and she should focus on her own progress. He asks her a few uncomfortable questions, sensing her tension, then sends her home to rest. That night, Nina's mother helps her change and notices the rash has worsened. Nina's mom gets angry and scolds her for scratching again, something she used to do before. She forces Nina to the bathroom to cut her nails so she won't hurt herself more. The next day, everyone hears that Beth had a bad accident. After practice, Nina asks Thomas about it. He says Beth always had a dark, wild side and hints this might have been coming. He tells Nina not to let it distract her, but Nina still goes to the hospital with flowers. When Nina sees Beth unconscious with a badly injured leg, she feels scared and sad. Back at practice, Thomas keeps saying Nina is too stiff. Frustrated, he sends her partner away and trains her himself. But even then, she can't satisfy him, and he leaves disappointed. Nina starts crying. Lily sees her and says a few nice words to cheer her up. Nina feels thankful at first, but when Lily says Thomas is too hard on her, Nina defends him and leaves. The next day, Thomas pushes Nina even more. Later, Nina finds out that Lily told him she had seen her crying and suggested he go easier on her. Nina gets upset, apologizes to Thomas, and then talks to Lily. Lily says she didn't mean any harm and only said it casually. But Nina warns her to stay out of her business. At home, Nina's mom sees her cleaning her ballet shoes and notices she is tense. She asks if Thomas is overworking her or taking advantage of her. Nina says no and gets annoyed by her mom's constant control. Her mom reminds her that she gave up her own career for Nina and doesn't want her to make the same mistakes. Nina stays silent, but when her mom wants to check her rash, she refuses angrily. Then the doorbell rings. Her mom opens it and says Nina isn't home, but Nina comes to look, it's Lily. Lily apologizes for the misunderstanding with Thomas and invites Nina to dinner. Nina hesitates, but when her mom starts calling her back, she decides to go with Lily, ignoring her mom's anger. At the bar, they talk about ballet and Thomas. Lily jokes that Thomas will soon call Nina his little princess, just like he called Beth. They drink together, and Lily offers her a drug to relax. At first, Nina refuses, but later she agrees after Lily convinces her. They talk with two men and leave the club together. Nina goes home, thinking Lily is with her. Her mom is shocked to see her drunk and tries to scold her, but Nina runs to her room and locks the door. The next morning, Nina wakes up late and finds Lily gone. She blames her mom for not waking her up. When she reaches the studio, rehearsal has already started, and Lily is dancing in her place. Lily says Thomas only asked her to fill in until Nina came and that she doesn't want to steal her role. Nina is upset and says Lily left her alone. But Lily explains she went home with one of the men from the bar, and Nina had gone home alone. Nina is shocked. She imagined everything. Lily never went home with her. That night, tired of being treated like a child, Nina smashes her music box and throws away her dolls. The next day, Nina dances so well that Thomas finally praises her. Later, while trying on her costume, she sees something strange in the mirror. She sees herself scratching her back hard. Surprised, she turns around and sees Lily getting measured too. Lily says she has been chosen as Nina's backup. Nina gets upset and runs to Thomas. She thinks Lily wants to steal her role. Thomas explains that every main dancer has a backup and tells her not to worry. She will keep her role if she dances well. That night, Nina stays at the studio long after everyone leaves, practicing again and again. The pressure is too much, and she starts feeling nervous and scared. Instead of going home, she goes to the hospital to return the things she took from Beth's room. Beth is asleep in a wheelchair when Nina quietly puts them back. As she turns to leave, Beth wakes up and asks why she is there. Nina says she borrowed them, hoping they would help her be as perfect as Beth once was. Suddenly, Beth grabs a nail file and starts stabbing her own face, saying she is far from perfect. Shocked and scared, Nina tries to stop her, but then she hallucinates. She sees herself in Beth's place. Terrified, she runs out of the hospital. At home, while turning off the kitchen light, Nina hears strange noises. When she turns the light on again, she imagines Beth standing there, bleeding. Scared, she runs to the bathroom and hides. From inside, she hears her mom crying. When she steps out, she sees her mom's old drawings moving and whispering to her. Scared and upset, she rips the drawings off the wall while shouting. In the mirror, she thinks she sees Beth walking toward her, but it's really her mom, Erica, trying to calm her down. Nina runs to her room and locks the door. The rash on her skin starts to open, like something is moving under it. When she looks in the mirror, her eyes look red. Her mom bangs on the door, but Nina shuts it hard on her hand and locks it tight. Her vision becomes strange. She imagines her legs breaking, then she faints. Later, she wakes up and sees her mom sitting next to her. Her mom says she stayed to watch her because Nina was scratching herself again. When Nina asks for the time, her mom says she already called the theater and told them Nina would not dance. Angry, Nina wants to leave, but the door is locked. She fights her way out, hurts her mom's hand, takes the key, and runs to the theater. There, she sees Thomas and Lily. Lily is already dressed as the Swan Queen. Thomas tells Nina that Lily is ready to replace her, but Nina says she can still dance because the show hasn't started yet. Thomas sees how serious she is and lets her perform. Nina goes on stage, nervous and shaking. During the first lift, her partner drops her, but she gets back up and finishes well. Backstage, Thomas gets angry, but she blames her partner. She changes quickly for the Black Swan dance, only to find Lily in the costume, saying she will dance instead to save the show. Something breaks in Nina's mind. She thinks Lily is her rival, her copy. In anger, she pushes Lily into the mirror and stabs her with a piece of glass. She hides the body in the bathroom and runs to perform. Her Black Swan dance is dark, wild, and amazing. The crowd cheers loudly. Afterward, she gets ready for the last dance as the White Swan, but blood starts coming out from the bathroom door. She covers it with a towel and keeps getting ready. Then someone knocks. To her surprise, it's Lily, alive and smiling. She tells Nina she danced wonderfully and should finish the show. Nina checks the bathroom. It is empty. Then she realizes the truth. She did not hurt Lily. She hurt herself. Even though she is bleeding, she goes on stage for the final dance. The audience claps loudly at the end. She falls into the pose of the dying swan. Thomas runs to her, calling her his little princess, but his smile fades when he sees the blood on her costume. Everyone panics as Nina whispers that she finally felt it, the real feeling of the White Swan. With a weak smile, she says, "It was perfect."
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.